Hey y'all, dedicated father here. Gonna make another moving video. It was on an experience I had just recently, and a friend of mine, Lori, she had said you need to make one of your videos on that. So I'm in the process of doing so right now and getting cut off by a semi. But so what had happened? The house that I live in that I say I own, the bank owns, but my next door neighbor, great people, love them to death. They're moving and they sold their house. Well, they get the appraisal, they get the survey and all that. Come to find out, the way our houses are next to each other, but their backyard goes deeper than mine, and it technically wraps just a tiny little bit around my fence. Come to find out, that's actually my property. Wouldn't think it'd be that big of a deal, right? Just redo the fence. But in the meantime, they've built a shop there. So now we have a large issue, right? And a nice shop, like concrete slabbed, AC, insulated. Yeah, it's nice. It's really nice. All the air tools through the wall, everything. So he called me in a panic when I was getting off the ship with my daughters last week. I called him back, and he's like, "Hey, I need to buy this land off of you, and it's this little section here, blah blah blah." And I mean, these people are good people. And I was just like, man, I can't sell you that land. That's ridiculous. No, it's useless to me. Didn't even know I had it in the first place. It's the size of probably a semi trailer. So, not that big of a deal. Anyway, so he was just very thankful, very thankful. He said, "Man, I owe you one." And so I went down this morning and I signed over a little deed certificate, so they have that little quadrant there. Well, kind of funny, as y'all know, I just bought some land myself, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna clear it. I want to dig a little stock pond in the back, but I also want the dirt because I want to use that to make a shooting berm. And I mean, all these things that a tractor would be really handy. And I know it's not the biggest thing in the world, but my neighbor's sitting there talking about his land they just bought, and he's like, "Yeah, once this deal closes, I'm going to use the cash. First thing I'm buying is I'm going to pay cash for a skid steer, because when I rent, it would just cost too much. By the end of it, I could have just bought it and been ahead, and I could buy all the attachments I want." And I was like, "Oh, that's really cool, really good idea. I'll have to look into something like that." And he said, "No, not a chance." He's like, "You have lifetime availability. You need it, you let me know. You can have it as long as you need it." It's like, and it just such a lesson right there of, one, God's word, putting people where they need to be, and rewarding good behavior as and good deeds. There it was, Chris, another one trying to sneak out. But I really wish my daughters would have seen and understood that lesson right there, that what I gave him was not a big deal. It had there's even a power pole back there on it. I mean, I wouldn't really want the land to use, so I just have to mow around it, right? And but in return, it made the world to him, and now I have access to exactly what I need, because God always provides what we need, right? So I just absolutely amazing that turned out that way. I'm trying to think about I'll probably turn this story pretty bluntly for my 9-year-old. Now, my 4-year-old, I don't know how to turn this into a lesson for her. I'll figure that out. Again, I'm sorry, y'all, for the background noise and bouncing around. I just wanted to do this while I was on the move here and had a chance to do so. And it was on my mind. So if y'all please, I know I've got a couple new subscribers on there, and Chris, man, I really appreciate your shout outs as we're building this community together. So I appreciate you. And Robbie, you too, brother. Y'all, I hope y'all have an amazingly blessed day, and enjoy this. If you have the beautiful weather like we do, it's warm, but it's beautiful. Y'all, be strong, raise the bride.